headed out. It's about a 10-minute drive. We're gonna do some antler shed hunting. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday. That rain's gonna be here within the hour, so I've thrown my raincoat in my backpack. I honestly love hiking in these colder, windy temperatures. I don't know why. I feel like it's more enjoyable, a little harsher elements. As it gets warmer and warmer out, I think I'd rather be doing yard work or playing with my dogs. Today, I just like being out in the woods, in the cold, windy, maybe even rain, sneaking around, not making a lot of noise, not disturbing the game, and getting into some of those back areas that other people just don't go. So join me in on the adventure. Let's see what we find. I never really tell people my locations. This one's a bit private. It's private ground, privately owned. It's a beautiful piece of property. In fact, as I pulled in here, I think someone's coming back to check me out to see if I'm okay for being here. Ooh, that was cool. I'm on private property, and it's an active work site, but that's about 900 acres and probably, I don't know, 300 acres of huntable land, maybe more, maybe all of it, to be honest with you. But one of the work crew guy that runs this was checking me out. I guess they have cameras on the property, and he saw me pull in. That's why, even though I have permission from the landowner to be here, I never come in without texting him. He was actually relieved that I could show him his name in the text on my phone and let him know, hey, I just texted him just 2 minutes ago, and he confirmed that I'm going to be out here. He wanted to make sure I knew where the key was to get back out, because you can get locked in on this property. So it's always good to make sure you have permission from the landowner. And even though you have standing permission, I always think it's best to tell them every time you're going to be on their property, it's theirs, it's not yours. And I very much respect their rights. So it's beautiful. You can see some of this behind me. There's a great big lake back in here. Several lakes on the property. It's just great habitat for deer. It's absolutely beautiful. A lot of wild turkey here too. So let's see what we can find. I guess the question I would have for this property is not that it will hold deer, because there's great bedding area, almost no pressure, very remote. But what's their source of food here? What do they eat? And if that answer is nothing, then they're probably not staying in here very often. I'm sure this grass in the summer gives them a lot to eat. But where are the hardwoods? Where's the mass? And what do they feed on? Otherwise, they're just not going to be here. So maybe we'll find some areas. Let's see. That had me excited for a minute. Sometimes as that happens, it's just grass. Keep hunting. It looked like antlers. There is some deer sign in here. Actually, quite a bit. That's just one small area. Great cover for deer, turkey, wildlife, geese. Just a beautiful piece of hunting property. I've never had much luck in pine thickets unless the weather was really severe. I mean, lots of heavy snow, and they get in there for shelter. But this is a convenient area for deer to pass. And we're gonna check out this area. just to see what we may find in here. I think in all the years I've been antler shed hunting, I've found one antler in pine thicket. So we'll see. Coming out of this pine thicket, this borders up into some hardwoods right on the edge of state property, thousands of acres of state property. Some of it's huntable, but this is at the extreme outer edge of that. There's some fresh deer poop, really fresh. So I like to see that sign. At least I know they've been in here. There are some rubs here, but not a lot. There's an obvious deer trail. You see a little bit of it right here. I think it's headed into these hardwoods. You can see it or not. That is an antlerless deer. It's just frozen. It's a good sign always. So we know we're in deer territory. After about a mile of hiking, I finally run into my first group of deer. Or 4 deer, all antlerless. Now they could be bucks, they could be does. They were all very large deer, fully mature. I didn't get close enough to see their heads, but they could be bucks. And this is a nice little area to peruse around. I'll probably spend a good hour covering this location. They were bed down here, definitely. And the rain's coming on right now too, so there should be becoming pretty active feeding. Let's just check out this area. My guess is that these deer are feeding off of some of this milkweed that just seems to cover this ground. It's about the only food source I can see in here. And there's a lot of deer sign here, so they've spent quite a bit of time. These geese are really carrying on. I must be close to their nest. I had a little success. Earlier on the way in, I was talking about I never find antlers in a pine thicket, but looks like maybe this one's a year old. That's okay, it's still an antler shed. It's not fresh. It's probably been there since last year. It's got a lot of mold on it, but cool find. And in the pine thicket where I never have had luck. So you never know. Anywhere deer travel. Good luck on your hunt.